5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome to No Things Considered. My name is Tim Young, and tonight we've got a really good show for you, so go ahead and share it with your friends. Right now, I'll wait. There we go, and let's begin. Yesterday in Arizona's 8th Congressional District, there was an election. Did you know about it? Because Twitter did, and they went crazy last night as if they had been following along the entire time. Bunch of liars on that Twitter, I tell you what. The winner last night was... it looks like Hillary Clinton, but no, her name is Debbie Lesko. She's the Republican, and she eked out a victory in a little less than 5 percentage points. So something to look at there for that potential blue wave, and maybe Republicans losing the House coming up in the 2018 elections. We'll see how that goes. Yesterday at the White House, President Macron, of course, from France, visiting President Trump, but the real story was Melania. Whoa, mama. Wow, is she not the most stunning First Lady we have ever had? And I can't figure out why she hasn't been on the cover of every major fashion magazine other than maybe her political affiliations, and that a lot of these editors don't like Donald Trump. But you know what? Here at the show, No Things Considered, we consider her probably more than any other First Lady in history. And let's just have a moment. Oh, sorry. I lost myself there. Back to the news. Yesterday at the White House, they planted a tree. There they are, putting their backs into it, and there they have completed planting the tree. And we say this to say this. That's a thing. Say this to say this. Donald Trump was compared to this image of a woman from Scotland who kind of looked like him. Now, this was a clickbait article, so you would go onto the website and see more about how this woman looked like him. But before we get to that, I want to bring up one tiny point. She looks nothing like Donald Trump. She looks absolutely nothing like Donald Trump. She looks about as much like Donald Trump as I look like Alton Brown. And I'm so tired of people saying that I look like Alton Brown. Let's get it out, people. I do not have a strawberry slicer, and I certainly don't look like that guy. We both wear glasses and have short beards. Back to this woman. I don't know her name, but listen, when you clicked on the article to find more pictures of her so that you could make a reasonable comparison between her and Donald Trump, you ran into this little video, and I want to put this full screen right now so that you can see exactly what the video says. Donald Trump blamed for increase in anti-Muslim hate crimes in U.S. for second year running. That's the video that you saw when you went to see if a woman in Scotland looked like Donald Trump. Let's review. You saw this woman. You clicked on it to find out more, and it was a video basically to incite hate against Donald Trump. Interesting how that works, isn't it, that clickbait? In Stormy Daniels' news, police have found a sketch of the man who encouraged her to come forward with her story. Had to. That was an internet meme yesterday, and that was just too good. In other stupid celebrity news, Kanye West... everybody on the right seems to still be fawning over him. Guys, you're going to have to get over him. Unless you're going to go full on 2024 with the man. And if you're going to vote for him in 2024, here's what you have to look forward to. A little tweet telling Harvey Levin that he is our future president and to not call him erratic, even though he was on a literal 200 tweet crazy mania spree on Twitter earlier today. He then went on to say when he becomes president, they'll rename the plane from Air Force One to Yeezy Force One. That was funny. But then he got into other things, like he wants to end violence in Chicago. There we go. He's nice at ping pong, which means he's ready for Chinese diplomacy. And a lot more. His son also found a ladybug. So get ready. Kanye 2024. I have no words. Literally no words. In more TV news, Joy Reid, or Joyanne Reid, depending on the day and how she wants to go by it, still coming under fire for her homophobic blogs from years ago. Apparently she said a lot of nasty stuff about people who are both gay and not gay, using gay slurs against them. Now, I'm all for free speech, and I'm all for people shouting down people who are offensive and rude. So, hey, you know, I'm not going to encourage anything against her, but you reap what you sow, and I don't say hateful things, so I still have a job. If this was somebody on the right they'd probably lose their job by now. And she was actually Resistor of the Year or something last year. I think that's what they called her. Of course, the year before it was the Vishay Components BC. And that was a resistor joke. That's okay. But she passes judgment on an awful lot of people. And when you do that, you have to be ready for anything and everything to come out about you. Your stuff can't stink as well if you're the one causing the problems for many other people. In climate change news, scientists are upset that it's not climate changey enough. It's not hot enough right now as to what they had predicted years ago. And we have to keep in mind how we got to climate change. You see, in the 70s, it was global cooling. We were all going to freeze to death. In the late 80s, early 90s, and thanks to Al Gore in the early 2000s as well, it was that we were all going to heat up and the ice caps were going to melt and Manhattan would be underwater. You can't forget that. But then they changed it to climate change because that way, the climate changes all the time. So you can't ever really deny climate change. You can deny global warming, but climates change. So honestly, people here in DC were worried about climate change because it was snow and freezing until about 2 weeks ago. And then it finally hit spring. It was running a lot late here, that winter game. The groundhog completely wrong. So, sorry scientists. I don't know. Things are still changing? Whatever. In DEA news, apparently they had a wild party and one of their assignments maybe got a little bit too much into the D of the DEA. One of the officers stripped naked and took a dump outside one of the other officers' hotel rooms. It sounds pretty crappy. I went there. This is the last show before we go on a couple-day break here. We're going away for the weekend, but we will be back on Monday with brand new shows. And I will promise you this, on Monday, we are going to have a breakdown of America's favorite eHarmony couple, Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, and they're texting between each other and, one other person. That's right, Barry. Oh, Barry. Turns out Barry's probably behind a lot of this Trump-Russian collusion story stuff. And that's coming out. So we are going to do our research over the weekend, and we will be back with that hot story. Hashtag Obamagate on Monday. So until then, you guys, if you like the show, click the like button, click the heart button, click the smiley face button, share it with your friends, and like the page. We need your help. We want to grow this page up, get it over 15,000 likes by next week, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.
To protect our democracies, we have to fight against the ever-growing virus of fake news, which exposes our people to irrational fear and imaginary risk. And let me attribute the fair copyright for this expression, fake news, especially here. Without reason, without truth, there is no real democracy. Because democracy is about true choices and rational decisions. The corruption of information is an attempt to corrode the very spirit of our democracy.